flag gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill? Maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Room here to run. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Here's Nix. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Let's go.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Throwing Nix. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Ravens, Devin Hester. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Jackson. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lamar changing the look.
13. 180.
Jackson from the shotgun. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal. 70 range.
Now it's Nix. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Go right here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nix to the air. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Middle.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Cut.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Hey.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Yeah. You. 180. What is it? Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. Hey, report. What is it? Sit up.
Jackson will throw again. Brought in by Coates. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Going right side, he has Witten. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
60 Maverick, go! 19 Lion, 19 tight, 19 tight. Check go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. This one complete to Coates. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now it's Jackson. And this one caught by Coates. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Go. Get on. Yo.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's complete to John Ross. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
No. 13.
To throw again is Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Shot.
Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Okay, ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Let's go.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Nix. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On the return, Hester. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
DC, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
What ain't it? Get out.
Now Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish